Moving on to Mrs. Gaynor, would you come and open the special town meeting, please?
To either of the constables of the town of Halifax and the county of Plymouth, greeting. In the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you are hereby directed to notify and warn the inhabitants of said town qualified to vote in elections and in town affairs to meet at the Halifax Elementary School in said Halifax on Monday, the 14th day of May next, at 8 o'clock in the afternoon, then and there to act on the following articles. And you are directed to serve this warrant by posting up attested copies thereof at the Town Hall, Halifax Post Office, and 3 other public places in said town, 14 days at least before the time of holding said meeting. Hereof fail not, and make due return of this warrant with our doings thereon to the town clerk at the time and place of meeting as aforesaid. Given under our hands this 10th day of April in the year of our Lord 2018, Thomas Millius, Kim Roy, Troy Garin, Board of Selectmen, Thomas Hammond, Constable.
Thank you, Mrs. Gaynor. The special town meeting will be done by lottery. So the
Article 5.
first article will be Article 5, which is proposed by the Board of Selectmen.
Mr. Moderator,
Mrs. Roy.
I move that the town vote to transfer from Article 4, line 123, Veterans Benefits of the May 8th, 2017 annual town meeting, the sum of...
Wait a minute, Mrs. Roy, Article 5?
Oh, my gosh. All right, let's try that one more time. I move that the town vote to transfer from undesignated fund balance the sum of $39,000 to repair and replace the data processing network hardware and software in the town hall, the counseling on aging, the water department, and the highway department.
Thank you. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second on Article 5, the special town meeting. Mr. Seelig, do you want to address that? Mr. Seelig is not a town meeting member, but he is a department head and has the right to address the town.
If you remember last year, I was asking to replace items that were about as old as my daughter, this time, who's now just graduated from college. The networks are not that old, but they are about 17 or 18 years old, so someone entering college at this point. We've been maxed out for a long time. The technology has changed dramatically during those 2 decades. We need to upgrade our entire systems, and this is the next step in doing that, making sure that everything, A, works, and B, that everything's as secure as we can make it. As you're, I'm sure, well aware, there are communities in Massachusetts and elsewhere that have suffered malware attacks, ransom attacks, and everything else. And part of trying to prevent that is upgrading these systems, including this one.
Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on Article 5 of the special town meeting? Seeing no evidence thereof, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It passes unanimously. The next article will be?
11.
Article 11. This is proposed again by the Board of Selectmen. Mrs. Roy.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to transfer from Article 4, line 15, data processing, the sum of $520 to pay for a fiscal 2017 bill for $520 for terminal exchange systems for expense incurred as part of the data processing work.
Mr. Seelig.
I'll get my 10,000 steps today, one way or the other. For this, what happened is that this is a past due bill. The bill was brought to the town after we could legally pay it during fiscal year 17. But it's a legitimate bill that we're obligated to pay nevertheless. The work was done, and it had to be brought to this special town meeting for payment.
Okay. And this is a bill that when it was incurred, we had a proper appropriation. Is that right, Mr. Seelig? Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation on Article 11?
Finance Committee recommends.
Thank you. Any discussion on Article 11? Because this bill was incurred when we did have an appropriation, it's a simple majority vote. We'll have a different one later on. All those in favor of Article 11 as presented, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Next article.
1.
Article 1. Article 1 is proposed by the Board of Selectmen. Mrs. Roy?
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to transfer $215,000 from undesignated fund balance, $30,000 from Article 4, line 157 of the May 8th, 2017 annual town meeting gas and oil account, and $5,000 from Article 22 for the May 12th, 1997 annual town meeting gas tank removal account, for a total of $250,000 to remove the underground fuel storage tanks at the highway barn, including all associated costs, and to install a new above-ground system of fuel storage tanks, including all associated equipment and costs at the highway barn.
We have a second? Second. We have a motion and a second on Article 1 of the special town meeting. Mrs. Roy?
Regulations have changed in connection to underground fuel storage tanks. The town of Halifax must now meet these compliances. This article will fund the removal of the old underground tank and install an above-ground system. The fuel is used for the highway department, the police department, the fire department, the water department, and the building maintenance department.
Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation?
Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on Article 1 of the special town meeting? Seeing no evidence thereof, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? It passes unanimously. Next article? Article 7, thank you. Article 7 is proposed by the Board of Selectmen.
Mr. Moderator,
Mr. Milius.
the Board of Selectmen would like to pass over this article.
Okay, passing over, we have a motion and a second to pass over. Pass over means we will not take any action on this article. Mr. Milius, it's your article.
We simply haven't been able to get any feedback on the value of the property in question, so this is not an appropriate time to bring this article
you.
forward.
Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation on passing over Article 8.
Finance Committee
I'm sorry, Article
recommends
7. Article 7.
passing over Article 7.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on passing over? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? It's unanimous. Article 9. Article 9 is proposed by the Board of Selectmen.
Mr. Moderator,
Mrs. Roy.
I move that the town vote to transfer from Article 4, line 123, which is Veterans Benefits, the amount of $10,000 and $5,000 from the water retained earnings for a total of $15,000 to cover increases in electric bills to be distributed as follows. $2,200 will go to Article 4, line 7, Town Hall Electricity. $2,300 will go to Article 4, line 50, Police Station Electricity. $2,000 will go to Article 4, line 57 for Fire Station Maintenance. $3,000 will go to Article 4, line 86 for streetlights. $500 to go to Article 4, line 82, Highway Barn Maintenance. And $5,000 to go to Article 4, line 97, Water Supply.
We have a second? We have a motion and a second on Article 9 of the special town meeting. Well, Mr. Roy, you want to give at least some explanation? It's not required, but I'm sure somebody's going to ask.
We had a changeover, or tried to have a changeover in our vendors. I know many of you have been commenting about your problems with your electric bills. We ran into the same problem. This had nothing to do with the aggregation plan that the town had provided to the residents and businesses in Halifax. This was our own specific electricity contract. The handover was botched, and we ended up with higher rates for several months, resulting in the higher electric bills and the need to supplement these line items for this fiscal year. We've since then corrected the matter. We've gone back to the rates that we should be, and we should be fine for fiscal 19.
Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation, Article 9, special town meeting.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on Article 9 of the special town meeting? Seeing no evidence thereof, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Article 2. Article 2. Article 2 is proposed by the Elementary School Committee. Ms. Sumner.
I move that the town pass over Article 2.
Okay, we have a second? Second. All right, do you want to explain why?
This project was to be done in conjunction with the fire suppression project, which now has been put off until next year, potentially, hopefully. so therefore it's not needed right now.
Okay, thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation on passing over Article 2.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on passing over Article 2? Seeing no evidence thereof, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Article 4 is proposed by the Board of Selectmen. Mr. Garin.
Yeah, sorry about the interruption there. I was choking on myself. Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to transfer from Article 4, Line 123, Veterans Benefits of May 2017, Annual Town Meeting, the sum of $15,000 to pay for the expense in hiring a new police chief, including not limited to recruitment and an assessment center.
Okay, we have a second? Motion and a second, Mr. Roy. Sorry about that, Mark.
Sorry about that, Mark.
Mr. Garin.
Inasmuch as, to my deepest regret, our police chief, who has now served us and served us well, has decided that he's going to step down in the upcoming months. So it is necessary that we do a search and a recruitment, and that's what this money is for.
Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation on Article 4, the special town meeting.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on Article 4, the special town meeting? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? That passes unanimously. 6. Article 6 of the special town meeting is again proposed by the Board of Selectmen. Mrs. Roy.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to transfer from Article 4, Line 158, Heating All Buildings of the May 8th, 2017 Annual Town Meeting, the sum of $4,588.50 to be added to Article 4, Line 85, Highways, Snow and Ice for the Annual Town Meeting of May 8th, 2017 to cover a deficit in that account.
Okay, we have a second? Yes, motion and a second on Article 6. Mrs. Roy?
So this article simply does cover the deficit that we have in our snow and ice for our lovely winter that we've all experienced.
Okay, Finance Committee's recommendation.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on Article 6 of the special town meeting? Seeing no evidence thereof, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Article 10. Article 10 is proposed by the Board of Selectmen. Mrs. Roy.
Yep, Mr. Moderator. I move that the town vote to transfer from Article 4, Line 9 Audit, the sum of $345.47 to pay Charlie Seelig for expenses incurred on behalf of the town during fiscal 2017.
Do we have a second? Second. We have a second, a motion and a second on Article 10. Mrs. Roy.
So this article will fund the reimbursement for Charlie Seelig, our town administrator, for mileage incurred while doing town business.
Finance Committee's recommendation.
The Finance Committee recommends.
My understanding is that this bill was incurred, we kind of overspent the account, so that means in a special town meeting, we need a 9/10 vote. I will try for a unanimous vote. If not, we'll have to do a standing count. Any discussion on Article 10? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. Article 8 is proposed by the Board of Selectmen. Mrs. Roy?
Mr. Moderator, I move that we pass over Article 8.
We have a second? We have a motion and a second to pass over Article 8. Take no action. Mrs. Roy?
This project, we went out for bid. We did not receive a successful bid. Therefore, we are putting this project off again until next year.
Okay. Finance Committee's recommendation.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends passing over. Any discussion on passing over? Yes, sir.
Alexander Mead, 382 South Street. I'm a contractor, not with fire suppression, but I believe that the bid schedule is a little laggy this year. I feel like by the time the bids were due, most contractors had already kind of figured out what they were doing for the summer. So I just want to make sure we're not in the same position next year, that something's been put in place to make sure that we attack this a little bit sooner in the process.
Okay. Any further discussion on passing over Article 8 means we will not take any action on it. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes over unanimously. Article 3. Article 3? That's the last one. Article 3 is proposed by the elementary school.
Mr. Moderator, I move that the town vote to transfer from undesignated fund balance the sum of $18,000 to repair and replace the fiber optic cables at the Halifax Elementary School.
We have a second. We have a motion and a second to transfer $18,000 to repair fiber optic cables. Yes, ma'am, it's your article.
Just simply, currently, we're operating on damaged fiber optic cable. Steve Pello, our technology director, has recommended that this project take place. We were going to do it in conjunction with the fire suppression because they were taking the ceiling down anyway, but it actually makes more fiscal sense to do it this year because the contractor we have seems to, with increasing price and whatnot, it makes more sense to do it this year, basically.
Thank you. Finance Committee's recommendation, Article 3.
The Finance Committee recommends.
Finance Committee recommends. Any discussion on Article 3 in the special town warrant, special town meeting warrant? Seeing no evidence thereof, all those in favor of Article 3 as proposed, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes unanimously. We'll take a motion to dissolve the special town meeting and to resume the annual. So moved. And second? All those in favor say aye.